Well, what's up, all of you Ugnots and Jawas out there? This is Mando Talk. I am your host, Caleb Keller, and welcome back to another quick spoiler takeaway video from myself. So we're just going to go on the surface level here of episode 5 of The Bad Batch, titled Rampage. So welcome back. These are a lot more chill than our actual episodes, so I'll go ahead and throw this plug in then, since I mentioned that. Our full episodes come out on Mondays, where it's myself, Zach, and sometimes Jacob. We're going to dive deeper into this episode as well as share the Star Wars news that's out there. So make sure you've clicked subscribe. Subscribe to our channel. We would really appreciate it. We're just Star Wars fans that love talking Star Wars. So if you fall in that category, you want to subscribe to our channel. It's always fun. Now, before we get going, just, having some more fun here. It's summertime, so summertime is the best time for me personally. And to celebrate that, I am heavily considering just having a mustache to celebrate the opener of summer. So what I want to do, just to have fun, if you want to see me rock a mustache for the next couple of shows, comment on this video and say, "Get the stash." And if you don't want me to get a stash, well, I guess you can tell me that you don't want me to get a stash as well. That's fine too. All right, anyway, let's do this thing. Let's get into my quick spoiler takeaways from The Bad Batch episode 5, Rampage. Rampage, I had to double check that that's what it was called. I really enjoyed this episode. I had a lot of fun with it. A lot of great canon plugs in here, and we'll talk about that a little bit right now, and definitely more so on Monday. But let's get into this. The crew heads to Ord Mantell, seeking an informant named Sid, who used to help the Jedi. Ord Mantell has been mentioned many times in canon before. Most notably, Han Solo mentions it, just kind of like a one-liner thing in Empire Strikes Back. And Sid is actually a Trandoshan. We've seen Trandoshans many a times before in canon as well. Now, Sid, I believe it's mentioned by Echo that Sid was connected to Jedi. I would love to see more of that backstory there. I think we could, because I think there's a potential of us seeing Sid some more in this show. Okay, next takeaway for me, force sensitivity tease. Anytime Omega has these moments, I'm going to mention them because I know for me that was the big theory that I hooked onto. Omega immediately determines that Trandoshan is in fact Sid, even though the rest of the crew didn't catch on to that. She was able to do that. So there's a possible force sensitivity tease for those of you that are on that train. Okay, next takeaway. Sid gives them a mission to save someone or something, there's a little tease, named Moochie. Complete it, and she will share the info on Fennec Shan, because that's why they're there. They're wanting to get more info on Fennec, obviously, because she is hunting them down for Omega. Okay, the Zygerians make a return. Zygerian slavers are the individuals who have actually taken Moochie. We have seen them before in the Clone Wars in a great arc that featured and centered on Anakin. So I highly recommend, and I kind of want to do this myself, I highly recommend going back and viewing that arc in the Clone Wars just to get more detail about this idea of the Zygerian slave trade. I think I need to include that on some homework. Okay, the mission, Brezak, I hope I'm saying that right, is actually seen because it disturbs their mission initially. We've seen those before in the Clone Wars. The Zygerians mention their desire to renew the slave trade system and go back to Cadavo, I believe. Again, pronunciation, man, that's one thing that we really struggle here. But anyway, hopefully you can forgive us on that. But we have seen that location before, again, in Clone Wars. If we haven't seen it, it's definitely been mentioned. So a lot of Clone Wars plugs, and that might be the last Clone Wars plug, but we'll see. Okay, next in the mission, Omega breaks free of Rancor. Now, this Rancor is a species that we've seen tons in canon. You got movies, games, you name it. Return of the Jedi, though, is probably the big moment, the reveal of a Rancor. And then that Rancor is actually Moochie. Thought that was kind of cool. Hunter best the Zygerian leader. That was a great scene. Omega picks up the bow that we've seen in a trailer before, so we're going to see her use that weapon and hopefully master it. That'd be pretty cool to see. And then our comedic relief, our comedic moment of the episode, Wrecker and Moochie fighting for respect. That was great to see. So I really enjoyed the mission. A lot of cool moments, fun moments, and great Clone Wars connections there. Okay, my next takeaway is Sid. Sid was the winner of this episode. I loved Sid. I loved her personality. So let's dive into her just real quickly. My takeaways. Spoke to someone speaking Huttese. We didn't really know who it was at first through hologram. I think I'll just go ahead and say it. Eventually, at the end of the episode, we realized that it is Bib Fortuna. We love to see Bib. We just recently saw him in the tease for Book of Boba Fett at the end of Mando Season 2. So always great to see Bib Fortuna. But Bib Fortuna does actually arrive to Sid's for Moochie to get that confirmation that it is Bib himself that was speaking in that hologram. Now, this leads me to a question, and hopefully I'll be able to answer this question myself on our big episode. Could this Rancor be the same Rancor that we see in Return of the Jedi? Obviously, right now, color and size doesn't match up, but over time, maybe both of those things could line up for that Rancor to be the same one that we've seen before. What do you think? You let me know in the comments. Is Moochie going to be the Rancor that eventually Luke kills in Return of the Jedi? For some reason, I'm blanking on if they mentioned, the guy that just was completely emotional when the Rancor died in Return of the Jedi. I can't remember if he actually mentioned its name. I am blanking on that. So you let me know. But we'll definitely have an answer on Monday's episode. Let's see where I'm at. Sid then shares the info on Fennec that they were there for, but really it's not a ton of info. She just shares that she's new to the scene and that that it's unknown who hired her. So not a ton. I'm going to predict that Zach might have some frustration with that because those two things might be things that we already knew as viewers, that she was new, and we definitely don't know who has hired her, so not a whole lot was revealed. But Sid then offers more work for the Bad Batch, and she's in the business of making credits, making money, so is there a potential of Sid turning on this crew, actually giving them over to Fennec or the bounty or the guild that's out there for them to get money? Who knows? You let me know. But overall, I loved Sid. And last thing here, Wrecker showing potential inhibitor chip warning signs. I might need to jump on that train. I know Zach has been there, but man, they really focused in on it this week. I might now be a believer. Well, listen, that is all of my big, quick initial takeaways. Hopefully you enjoy these. Smash the like button if you enjoy these videos that keep coming on Fridays. I'm enjoying doing them. I mean, they're pretty chill. I get to have some fun with those of you that are watching. So like this video if you enjoyed it to let me know that you're enjoying these. And subscribe if you haven't already so you'll get the big breakdown on Monday. Well, listen, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I hope you have a blessed day and a blessed weekend as you're waiting for the Mando Talk full spoiler breakdown coming to you Monday. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Again, have a blessed week and a blessed weekend, and we have spoken.